honor to parents. If you don't have a biological one, find spiritual parent you can honor. Every time you see untimely death is traceable to dishonor. The operations of God have no regards for dishonor. It's possible that you have a friend that can change your life, but because you are familiar with him, because you dishonor him, you will never be able to walk in certain realities and possibilities. You don't have mate in the things of the spirit. Never. The person you call your mate is not your mate. Everybody is on his own. Because Bishop Elizabeth has said, destiny is like stock exchange, level change per day. Just because you are classmate doesn't mean you remain classmate forever. Because that other person is doing what you are not doing. As we are seated here, all of us are in God, but in different places in God. So don't think that just because we are in Christ, we are all equal. It's a lie. You must be able to understand that if anything is going to be transferred to you, you must bend. Compromise for the moment at least to be able to receive. So if God has set Apostle Abila as part of the pillars, please, you must be able to understand that there is no way you can stand in support until you plunge in. Don't be part of those that dishonor people. Never. Because what you sow is what you reap. Seriously. We are demanded at every time to find parents we can honor. And many times when you see people that cannot make journey progressively spiritually check, they have no regard of honor. You cannot trace them to nowhere. They are just like that. And it's a terrible thing. You can't hate everybody. Do you realize that? No matter how, God has a witness in every region. And it is wisdom for you anytime you find yourself within a locality to decipher who are those that God is sending as his angelos. And you align together for you to be able to read the scrolls in line with your life. Many of you, God has positioned you within this commission, but you feel, well, it's Abila that we know now. We know him. You don't know him. The person you say you know is advancing daily. Hasn't he wonder you? My team of evangelists went to their evangelism one time at home. I bring you greetings from Shekinah Network Internationals. And some of those guys that knew me from school say, is it not Philip Cephas? We know him now. We know this guy now. You know me? I don't even know your name again. See, when it comes to this matter of this kingdom, you must bend your knees in humility and learn. If you see a man functioning in a dimension you know nothing about, you see certain result work, it's not by chance. Try it and see. So wise men like Nicodemus, although he knew that he was part of the critics, he came at night. So what can I do? And do you know that the reason why he came at night was because he doesn't want anybody to know? But Jesus Christ betrayed him. Glory be to God. Because we knew. Because Jesus Christ betrayed him. Immediately after he left, Jesus Christ said, come, Nicodemus came to this house. Tell it to the world. There are many of you that follow men like Nicodemus. You will receive the reward of Nicodemus. Please and please, if God has set your heart to see what God is doing in the life of someone, celebrate it. I have made a commitment to myself to celebrate others until my time has come. Clap for others until your time will come. If God can do it through somebody, he can do it through anybody. It's just the matter of time. So please and please, the way you are going, if you don't find out who are the fathers, who are the mentors, who are those that God have set ahead of you to truly, genuinely honor, you may not live long even in spirituality. That utterance you made may be the reason why the gate is locked. Because there are men that God has put territorially within a region to guard his gate. At certain time before you do anything like Ananias, you must meet them to read to you your scroll. This is your hunger and desire and passion and zeal for God. Sometimes God may not answer it. He will point you to men. Follow this one for 2 years. Follow this one for 5 years. Follow this one for 6 years. Follow this one for 7 years. And when you begin to follow, after a while, you now realize that inheritance are actually transferred to only those that serve and honor. That's how it works. Elijah actually had many sons of the prophet. Only Elisha was a servant. All of them were only spiritual children. And every day they say we have a father in the Lord. He's a mighty prophet. His name is Elijah. But one was careful enough to follow serving, pouring water. It was very, very intentional and deliberate. And in the day the mantle was to come, he looked upon that one and it came. It took me time to realize it's a waste of time praying for the mantle of anybody. It do never come because you pray. The mantle itself is vacant. The person don't even have the authority to transfer it. If the mantle look for who fit the criteria, it rests. And until the mantle can find who can fit the criteria, it will keep on moving and moving and moving. If that was the situation, all the bigger churches that the overseers have gone, we should have people that will function in the same authority. There were people that the overseer loved very well, but the thing did not fall upon them. No matter how much, some of them had the person's shoe, half his Bible, half his staff. They sit in his chair. They are more carnal than anyone that's not serving the church. The mantle will look upon them and laugh. You are praying for the mantle of Daddy Babalola. You have been praying and praying and praying. But yet again, you cannot keep up to his consecration. Are you not joking? A man that can go up the mountain and stay for weeks, you can't even try one day. A man that can pray for hours, you can't pray for 1 hour. And every time you come, it's mantle. Babalola, Babalola. How can it come? You are praying for the mantle of Mama Kachikuma. You have 10 boyfriends. She doesn't even have one. So you have to be able to understand that sometimes this thing is just because it has calculated and defined you and you are not fit. Because no man begin a journey without sitting down to calculate the cost. You know the cost and the price for what you are looking for. Do you realize that when certain people mantle rests upon you, you behave like them by default? You don't know that the reason why all your relationship is failing is because somebody mantle is upon you. The reason why you are going through the things you are going through is because you partook of someone's mantle. So you find your character, everything is bent towards the same operation. John the Baptist did not want to dress the way he was dressing. In fact, he didn't even want to go to the backside. It was the spirit of Elijah. It's just bent the guy like that. Please and please, my problem is that a generation is being deceived. Let it not be told that we are so many in our numbers, in our thousands, and God is still looking for a man. Are we not available? And even if we are available, are we qualified or willing for him to do his own working in us to bring out the jewel out of us? Because he has to take away the dross so that he can find a vessel that he can use. Please let your heart be open as much as possible.